Welcome to the Ascended Thread podcast, higher guidance woven into everyday life and healing. I'm Andrea Clem, owner of The Way Home to You.
And I'm Dana Swazo with One Thread Healing.
And today we have a really close friend and special guest, Candace Uvalle, here with us today. Candace is passionate about empowering sovereign divinity within others through the spiritual mentorship and quantum healing services that she offers through her healing practice, Sacred Awakening Healing Arts. Candace facilitates group journeys through the book The Sophia Code, is a Reiki master, past life regression practitioner, teacher of the Seraphim Rose Pyramid Meditation System, quantum healer, and conscious channel. So she does a lot. And I'm really excited to hear about your journey, how you got into the Sophia Code and all the different stuff that you do. So want to tell us a little bit about how you got started?
Absolutely. Well, like so many of us, and thank you both, by the way. I'm excited
Mhm.
to be here and to just share space and time with you both. It's an honor.
Yes, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. Like so many of us, I was sensitive as a child, and I really felt that that was a little overwhelming for me. And so I really walked away from that for a lot of years. Yet I could feel how deeply I always was interacting with life through my heart. I was always a very deep feeler. And I think as I grew up, what ended up occurring is that heart path led me into some pretty, deep initiation. Some initiations that are ongoing today, and some that have come to completion and made me who I am today. So just fast forward to all of that. Back in 2008, that was my first year of being a public school teacher, and I had a little girl, and I was a single mom, just doing all the things, the juggling, and really had a really big prayer for deep heart embodiment. I wanted to be successful in every area of my life, and I had this feeling like it was time, something was going to shift. And that same year, I got up one night and to go get some orange juice in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, Archangel Michael appeared to me in the kitchen, and I saw this indigo blue colored sword, a giant sword, and it like cut through the air. It cut through the air, and it froze me, of course, in my tracks. And there was some sort of message, and I can't believe I can't remember it right now, but it was something around, don't be afraid. And that was the catalyst to beginning my journey again in 2008, and coming into heart recognition and really understanding that I wasn't bad. I hadn't done anything wrong, but that shadow of my human side, it needed attention. It needed healing. And so very much for me, everyone, I just want everyone to know that one of my deepest prayers has been through all of that, even the time building up to Archangel Michael, and now since 2008 all the way to 2026, my heart prayer was to be able to really embrace every part of me. And so, what my healing journey has looked like back in the day, it was all light and love, and it's sort of like it wasn't the spiritual community wasn't quite mature enough to embrace the other aspects of ourselves. And that is changing. It's just for me, it seemed like that kind of came online fast and furious and boldly. Sort of, I felt like before it was sort of the norm, but thank goodness I have found tools like the Sophia Code to help me navigate those peaks and valleys.
Yes.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Yeah, what an amazing story too.
Right.
Uh, well, and I've taken the Sophia Code class that you offer, and it is such an amazing tool to help walk you through different times in life. Do you want to maybe tell our listeners a little bit about it?
Mhm. Sure, absolutely. So I have it right here.
Mhm.
It is all taped together. Oh, there you go. If you could see it, it literally stapled and taped. This is my first version of it. But just to make sure that everyone knows that Kaya Ra wrote this book, and she's the author, she's the channel, and there's an incredible story in the front cover about how she came to write this. But how I came to be with it and be a certified Sophia Circle leader and do that year and a half training and really commit my light and my life purpose to the anchoring of divine feminine Christ consciousness on this planet was an initiation that I was going through. I had a really big health scare, and just to back up a little bit before that, I actually had the Sophia Code on my bedside table. I had forgotten it was there. It sat on my bedside table for 3 years, and it was underneath other books, that I thought I needed to read to be complete and whole, or that I was just excited to read. And then one day, my friend Michelle called me and said, "You know what? You've got to read this. I'm serious. This is right up your alley." And so I picked it up. I put my hand on it. It was in 2020. I, I put my hand on it, and something came alive within me. I could feel the call to the book. And I can tell all of you that when I'm at metaphysical fairs, I have the book displayed, and I'm very clear. People think I wrote it or I'm selling it, and none of that is true. But I display it so that it can radiate its light out. And there will be people every single time, 3 or 4 people every metaphysical fair I'm at, that will beeline to this book and say, "Can I touch it, please? Can I touch it?" And then I have seen other people go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, I'm not ready. What is that? I'm not ready for that." It happens every fair. But after Michelle directed me towards it, put my hand on it, signed up for Sophia Circle leadership, and had about a year to really go through it over and over again. And then that led me into my Sophia Circle, being a Sophia Circle leader, and how it walked me through that really big initiation of physical health that I went through for about 3 years. But what it is, everyone, I'm going to use Kaya Ra's words. It's a revolution cover to cover. And what it is 13 key codes in here. And the point of it is that the activations that you do within this book activates your crystalline genome, within. It's inherent. It's our birthright. It's humanity's original DNA. And so what it does is it activates, and it interfaces with our carbon-based DNA, and really it begins to not only interface but connect. And what it does is it creates these beautiful neurological pathways of light for all of the consciousness, the wisdom, the beauty, all of our divinity that is our higher selves to pour through. And it's just more of a seamless download. So you can imagine how life changes from the inside out once you feel called and have the courage to go eyeball to eyeball with your divinity. And I think lastly, the most important thing people need to know about the book is the second piece. That was the function and the purpose. It's who's in the book. That is such a divine gift and special blessing. And so the first 5 chapters of the Sophia Code is called the Cosmology, and that introduces who Sophia is, which is in truth, divine mother, father in equal proportion and loving balance. And then it talks about what your crystalline genome is, how your life changes when you activate it, and who the Sophia Dragon Tribe is. And the Sophia Dragon Tribe is the second portion of the book. And that is the 8 ascended masters that both Andrea and Dana know so well now, and myself included. And so you walk through, and I have never in my life, they expect nothing from us. Their life's mission is to show up for each one of us. In equal proportion without judgment, and they want nothing from us in return. They just want to see us reach our highest and fullest joy and capacity into the sovereign creators of divine realities that we can possibly be this lifetime. And so lastly, I'll just name who they are, and then we can kind of move on with more questions. But it's White Buffalo Woman, and then Isis, and then Green Tara and Hathor, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, and the Sophia Dragons. And you'll notice that, with the exception of the Sophia Dragons, they've all walked the earth. And so they all understand this heroic human mission and journey that we're on, and the courage that it that it takes. So it's an incredible benefit to walking hand in hand, wing to wing with these divine feminine Christ masters, these mothers.
Mhm.
So thank you for giving me
Yeah.
that space to, share all of that, the good news.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And how many people have you had like me that have like read it, listened to it like 10 times, and then they end up taking your I don't know if you call it a class or a what do you call your initiation class or whatever with people? Do you call it a book club or what do you call it?
That's a good question.
Refresh my memory. But and I was curious how many people say, "Oh my God, I've read it like 10 times," and then all of a sudden they choose to work with you through your class and they're like, "Oh my gosh."
Right. Yeah. And so I think what Dana's speaking into is, first of all, it's called a Sophia Circle Journey, and it's,
Mm,
through the 13 chapters. There
yeah.
are 13 chapters total. Like I said, the first five are the cosmology, the last eight are the with the Ascended Masters. But yeah, what Dana's bringing up for me to say is that you're in such an expanded field of light and consciousness when everyone comes together
Hmm.
in that group. So by no means am I saying you have to do it in a Sophia Circle journey. Go ahead and read it on your own. In fact, I encourage you to get started on the book if you feel called as soon as possible. But when you do a Sophia Circle journey, and there are probably a few hundred in the United States, who do it as well. When you're called to do a Sophia Circle journey, the benefit is this unified field of consciousness. You move as one golden dragon light body. You move as one I am presence. It really is expanded activation. It's expanded healing. It's expanded consciousness. And more than anything, or as much as anything, there is this medicine of being the sovereign witness and being sovereignly witnessed. And there's so much medicine and healing in that. And so I'm convinced in our magical, beautiful DNA that I feel like Source must have put a technology in there, because you know how you'll get around special people and get activated? That's
Hmm.
times 100 in
Yeah.
the Circle journey. So there's something incredibly healing about having the honor to witness others move through their heroic human journey. It's in such vulnerability, compassion, and self-love for themselves, which then activates it in you, and then you're witnessed in the same way. It's just this feeling, I'm covered in chills. It's just this feeling of oneness that is incredible.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And do you find a lot of people are drawn to the class when or the journey circle when they're really going through kind of like you when they're kind of going through a lot in their life or really going through something some kind of transformation. We don't see it as transformation at the time. It seems like
Yeah.
it seems like yeah, major shifts. But do you find that that tends to be the case and so they're ready for it when they're ready for it?
That's it. Thank you for that question. I think that, so I've seen two different things. Either someone is going through what Dana you're speaking about, maybe even something as strong as a dark night of the soul,
Hmm.
and someone is reaching for their light, and their divinity has said, okay, hand on book, it's time. We're going to help you get through this. We're going to help you find your light so that there is no going back. You're going to birth a new reality for yourself from the inside out. And then I've seen people who have done it, who have read it by themselves, and who are now ready for that expanded relationship with their divinity, with the ascended masters, and with all the medicine and activation in here. So people come, it's really been mostly those two, I would say, pathways of people who are ready for the next level of expansion, and those people who are ready to really find it, almost for the first time for themselves, to really, really help activate it within them, and set them firmly upon their path. Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was very powerful, like you mentioned, having the group together. Because First of all, it's amazing to learn about and to cultivate a relationship with the ascended masters, but then to do it in the sacred circle, like you said, it just amplified everything so much. And I
Mhm.
think by like we would pull from each other, right? And the messages became even bigger, I think. So it was really a powerful thing.
Yeah, that makes sense to me, Andrea. It's true because we see ourselves, that's that sovereign sacred witness. We see ourselves in each other.
Mhm.
Again, I'm flushing with chills because it lets you know you're never alone. You're
Mhm.
not alone. You're unique, but you're not alone in experiencing the ups and downs of a human journey, and you're not alone in that passionate reaching for your own light within. And so when you get to see other brothers and sisters doing that, you're like, hey, this is a movement. This is real. This just validates for me why I felt so called to continue to reach for that inner light. This is what we're here for. And it's like it normalizes it, it grounds it, it validates it. And it's a really beautiful way to feel. Um, it's a really beautiful way to, come home to your own divinity while also being in a group of like-minded hearts and souls who are doing the same. And it really shifts reality.
Yes.
Yeah, that's I think that's what it how it sums up for me as well.
That was beautiful, Candace. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. So, how do you work with this in your day-to-day life?
Thank you for asking that. So I would say right now I'm not currently running a Sophia Circle. I actually had scheduled one to begin in May, and unlike the previous 3 years that I've been doing these, I actually decided against it and told those who had signed up, this isn't the right time for me. So because I am moving through a lot of life transition right now, very big transitions. With home and heart and almost all the career, everything you can imagine. So, to answer your question, Andrea, what I do is um, I I continue to work with this on my own. I build my own altar. There are tools in here. I build my own altar for what I think I need to more deeply commune with the ascended masters. Right now, my altar in my bedroom, I have an altar with a bowl of water and a rose quartz heart in the middle and some dragon crystals around with the Sophia Code there. And I usually adorn it with flowers. But the reason for that is I've taken Kuan Yin's prayer, her water prayer, I think it's page 234. I can look really quick, but I take her water prayer, and I've begun really a very serious water practice with the spirit of water, and knowing that water is quantum, knowing that whatever I pray for myself, I ask that it's transferred through the waters of the planet and through the waters of all the bodies of all sentient life on the planet. And so I'm able to seed my specific prayers for the day, knowing, if there's a vulnerable place, if my inner child is feeling the wound of abandonment that day, or I will pray with the spirit of the water specifically for that. And I ask Kuan Yin to walk with me. And so I do this every morning. And so that's, the answer to your question. Right now, that's how I'm doing it. I just did Isis's key code again, probably for the seventh or eighth time. I did that last weekend. And after you do the Sophia Code once in order, and that's how the Ascended Masters have asked that we do that. Then you can cherry pick like I'm doing. And so who do I need now? And so I think I'm going to do Kuan Yin again, even though I did her 3 months ago, and so you just cherry pick and you walk in daily communion with your divinity through the prayer of the Sophia Code every day, and so that's how I do it. And so I will take time on the weekends to do a key code. I'll do the water prayer. There are endless tools in this book that um, that will help you find your divinity and resource your life from it on a daily basis. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is great. And one thing I really appreciate about you, something that you mentioned, you work very hard. I don't want to say on yourself, but you know, fully embracing all of you and all of this, but you also work so hard on the planet and sending love and prayer. I've known you for quite some time, and I have to say that's something so beautiful about you because
Mhm.
you really are with intention sending that love and prayer and just hope out for the entire universe every day. So you do have such a beautiful heart, Candace.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Dana. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
would agree with that.
Yeah.
And you definitely walk your talk.
Yes.
You have worked and embody all these different things that, like we had talked about in the intro, there's so many different things that you have learned about and embodied throughout time. And I think it's great how you use them all for yourself and to teach others and to help others as well.
Right, right. And we all know we need to be doing our daily practices, but you really do your daily practices.
Mhm.
No matter whatever's going on in your life, no matter how busy it is or how challenging it might be, you're still, like you said, like Andrea said, you're walking your talk, you're doing your daily practices like we all should be doing. So
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Thank you for that witness, ladies. You're bringing tears to my eyes. I really appreciate and I honor, how your individual key code, and how you both are showing up. And what Sophia tells us in the book is each one of our souls, we all have the same um, infinite attributes of the divine. It's just what Sophia says in the cosmology, the first part is that they're all organized in a different, unique way, which is our soul. And so, how that soul is meant to express. And so, here we all are with an infinite amount and same amount of divine qualities, yet they come out in such unique and sovereign individual ways. And so I honor that in the both of you as well, because I also know you both well, knowing how many years you have been walking this walk and putting reflecting and putting the work in, on on the good and bad days, on the
yeah,
easy,
yeah.
the not so easy days, and just your utter intention and devotion to divine love and to emanating your light in ever increasing measure for the good of all life. And that's what I know about the both of you, if I could say one sentence. So
Thank you.
Right.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's why we're all have all come together. I think
Yes.
I definitely think the more good we try to do, we attract say the same, and we've amassed quite a nice little group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah.
agree. So, Candace, do you want to give everyone your website and how they can find you, reach you?
Sure. So my website, I must admit, it's not currently, updated. It hasn't been updated in a little while, but you can still go there. You can contact me through the contact page and just see the services that I offer. There is a page for Sophia Circle Journey. The date on there, I think, is from 2020 from last year, but it's called Your Sacred Awakening. So YOUR and then sacredawakening.com. You can find me there, and then my email. I think Dana and Andrea will put it somewhere.
We
We
will.
will.
We will.
Okay, so I don't need to share that out loud right now. Okay.
Right. Right. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We will put both your website and your email in the comment section for the podcast. So,
Okay. Beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely check that out because, like we said, Candace does offer a wide variety of services, including the Sophia Circle.
Right.
Um,
Mhm.
well, is there any way that you want to maybe close us out today, Candace? Whether it's more about you or more about Sophia Code or
Or a message from an ascended master, whatever you feel called to, however you feel called to end.
So what's coming up for me? Thank you for that invitation, ladies. I would love on page 2 of the Sophia Code. I think you both know where I'm going with this. It's the prayer of the divine feminine Christ. And if I can find that, what I'd like to do is I want to, or it's, yes, on page 2. what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and say it, and whomever, maybe you two can repeat it, quietly to yourselves. This is meant for reciting over and over again. I want everyone to know that the purpose of it is to find yourself in the heart womb of Divine Mother. And this is a place to resource where nothing is needed, nothing needs to be proven. We don't even have to ask. Divine Mother knows, and it's a place for full and total cellular and soulful recharge. It is a place out of space and time to completely be loved and adored by Divine Mother. So I would love it if we could end with the prayer of the Divine Feminine Christ.
Right.
I'm going to say it 3 times. Divine Mother of all life, take me to that place deep within your womb where I can know nothing and be reborn anew. Divine Mother of all life, take me to that place deep within your womb where I can know nothing and be reborn anew. Divine Mother of all life, take me to that place deep within your womb where I can know nothing and be reborn anew. So it is.
So
Oh, it
it
is. That was beautiful. Thank you.
is.
Beautiful way to end our talk today.
Definitely was. So, Candace, thank you for joining us today. All those listening, thank you as well for joining us. And make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll be back in a couple more weeks with another episode. So, until then, make sure to check out Candace's website. So, hope
Blessing.
everybody has
Thank
a great day.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.